You're laughing with friends at a restaurant. Your phone buzzes. You respond. Set it down. 30 minutes later, you reach inside your pocket. Nothing. Your hand frantically pats every pocket, checks your bag, scans the table. The laughter stops, because in that gut-wrenching moment you realize your phone is gone, and with it, your entire digital life. Every 10 seconds, somewhere in the world, someone experiences this exact nightmare. Their phone, holding thousands of photos, years of messages, banking apps, work emails, every saved password, simply disappears. But what happens next is a story most people have never heard until now. The world is hemorrhaging phones at a staggering rate. In London, 200 smartphones are stolen every single day, one every 7 minutes. 1.4 million mobile phones were stolen across the United States in 2023. In India, nearly 900,000 phones were reported lost or stolen in a single year. But here's what makes this truly terrifying. In New York City, up to 75% of all robberies now involve smartphones. Your phone has become more valuable to criminals than your wallet, jewelry, or car keys. 45% of people aged 18 to 24 have lost their phone at some point, nearly half of all young adults. But it's not just youth. 1 in 5 people over 65 have also experienced phone loss or theft. No one is immune. Phone thieves today aren't just opportunistic pickpockets. They're sophisticated operators within organized criminal enterprises. In London, phone thefts increased by 150% in a single year, with thieves using bikes or mopeds to snatch phones and disappear before victims can process what happened. These are calculated business operations. Interpol reports that cell phone theft organizations smuggling across Latin America borders make an average of $500,000 per day. Many traffickers are connected to drug cartels, investing in phone smuggling because it's considered low risk and high reward compared to narcotics. When cartels find phones more profitable than drugs, you know we're dealing with a massive criminal enterprise. Here's the twist. Misplaced phones account for more than 60% of all lost cell phones. The enemy isn't always a thief. Sometimes it's our own carelessness. We leave them in Uber seats, on cafe tables, in bathroom stalls, between couch cushions. We set them down for just a second and walk away. Public transport tops the list. Trains, buses, and metros become phone graveyards daily. Restaurants run a close second, followed by events, weddings, concerts, and festivals where phones slip from pockets in crowded spaces. For victims, the loss cuts deeper than you'd expect. As one victim described it, "It had the last photo of my grandmother, voice notes from my child, chats with someone I loved but lost." These aren't just files, they're irreplaceable pieces of our lives. 73% of theft victims stated they felt anger, but beneath it lies anxiety that doesn't fade. 68% of victims said they would put themselves in a potentially dangerous situation to retrieve their device, and victims are likely to pay up to $1,000 to get their phone back. People will literally risk their safety and savings for a device that can objectively be replaced quite easily, but emotionally, it's holding their entire world. Where does your lost phone actually go? Only 10% of people who lose phones make no effort to find them, but in India, only 14.6% of traced phones are ever recovered. In Delhi, despite a better recovery rate of 33%, only 1.43% of traced stolen phones actually make it back to their owners. Why? Because by the time you realize it's gone, your phone has already entered an underground economy spanning continents. Professional theft rings move with terrifying efficiency. In less than 2 years, one trafficking operation sold almost 400,000 stolen phones for more than $150 million through seemingly legitimate cell phone repair stores. Phones stolen in the United States have been found on every continent except Antarctica. Your iPhone, snatched on a Brooklyn street corner, can ping from Hong Kong within 10 days. The economics are brutal. Import taxes can make a legal iPhone cost over $1,000 in some South American countries. When the average worker would need months to afford a legal phone, the black market becomes irresistible. Initially, a locked iPhone might fetch a handler 100 pounds, but its value doubles or triples as it traverses continents. In Hong Kong's Kwun Tong district, massive buildings house over 130 mobile phone wholesalers. Well over 1 million used phones are stacked in boxes, openly categorized as iCloud locked, unlocked, has ID, or no ID. Tacit indicators of potentially illicit origins. A used iPhone 16 Pro, costing over £1,000 new in the UK, sells here for as little as £500. Traders from India, West Africa, the Middle East, and Southeast Asia purchase devices in bulk for resale. Your phone becomes inventory, stripped of its history and your memories. But what if your phone is locked? Then it takes a different journey to Shenzhen, China, Asia's Silicon Valley. Technicians meticulously dismantle locked phones, harvesting screens, circuit boards, batteries, chips, even melting down plastic casings for reuse. Your phone, which held your child's first words and vacation photos, is reduced to component parts feeding China's massive manufacturing machine. Here's what keeps security experts awake. It's not just the phone. About 12% of phone thefts lead to fraudulent charges and 9% to identity theft. Those banking apps you never logged out of, those saved passwords, all accessible. Thieves use victim information to open bank accounts, apply for loans, commit fraud in your name. In 2024, the average cost of a data breach in the United States was $9.36 million for organizations. But for individuals, the cost is measured in destroyed credit, stolen identities, and years of legal battles. Only 23% of people use phone tracking apps, even though these tools dramatically increase recovery chances. In cities with 40% recovery rates like New York, acting within the first 24 hours matters enormously. But in London, where recovery rates plummet to 2%, even immediate action often proves futile. Why the disparity, coordination, or lack thereof? India's CEIR portal has traced almost 900,000 phones, but weak links between telecom providers, police, and manufacturers mean thieves stay several steps ahead. In London, only 495 people were criminally charged, while over 100,000 phones were reported stolen between March 2024 and February 2025. Phone thieves know the odds are overwhelmingly in their favor, but there's hope. About 30% of people who find lost phones actually try to return them if they can find contact information. These are the people who restore a bit of faith in humanity, who recognize that the device in their hand represents someone's panic, someone's memories, someone's lifeline to the world. So how do you protect yourself in a world where phones disappear every 10 seconds? You layer your defenses like your digital life depends on it. Before disaster strikes, install and activate Find My iPhone or Google Find My Device. Enable screen lock with strong pins, fingerprints, or face recognition. Add an alternate contact number to your lock screen in case a good Samaritan finds your phone. Never leave your phone on tables or in open bags. Backup data regularly to secure cloud storage. Enable remote wipe capabilities. If you still lose your phone, call your number immediately. Activate your tracking app and lock the phone remotely. File a police report within the first hour. Block your IMEI through official channels. Inform your carrier to suspend your SIM. Change every password, email, banking, social media, everything. Notify contacts about potential impersonation attempts. Even with all these precautions, your phone might never come back. The data you thought was secure might already be in someone else's hands. That's the hard reality. Your phone isn't just a machine, it's your connection to everyone you love, your gateway to the world, your portable piece of identity. We've placed everything that matters into a 5-inch rectangle of glass and metal that can disappear in an instant. But maybe there's something to learn from this vulnerability. The most important things in your life aren't actually stored in your phone. They're stored in your relationships, experiences, memories that exist beyond pixels and data. The relationships continue, even without the chat history. Life goes on, even when the digital diary doesn't. That's the resilient truth of being human, in an age where our lives are stored in devices that easily fit in our pockets and can vanish just as easily. Do share your thoughts in the comments, especially if you have ever lost your phone or take specific precautions to protect it. And if you found this video thought-provoking, give it a like and subscribe to my channel. I'll appreciate your support.